Okay, so like we do not have any question. So continuing with our today's session. So yesterday we have seen how did we, you know, format a value, a sale value, a sale based on a specific value, a specific character, or based on any of sale value. Whether it contains some of the name or it is equal to some of the name, maybe it is greater than to some of the value or lower than or between. So these are the things which we have covered in conditional formatting. So conditional formatting has more to do with it. It has a formula functions as well by which you can assign more number of condition as per your custom basis. You can assign the conditional and then the formatting will be available accordingly. So far you have seen that you had to update, but you can make it dynamic as well, where you will not have to update the value. Like what I am trying to say here is, for an example, here what did you mention? If you remember our yesterday's conversation, what did we do in condition formatting? We had to, assign a specific value so that it can highlight based on its condition. I hope I'm audible to everybody and you guys are listening, right? One of you, please confirm me that I'm audible, huh? Because I'm going in a flow. Then in between, if you guys are facing some of the technical glitch.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, okay. So yesterday we have, kept a specific value given it a specific condition, and based on its condition, it was highlighting the above or lower or between values, right? But today, what we are going to do, we are going to understand how can we make it dynamic. Because if we can make it dynamic, it would be better. Because in real time, usually we do not go while specifying it in underneath. So I'll just give an example. Just a second. Okay. So if we go on our conditional formatting, click on it, and then we have one of the option available at last, manage rules. Okay. So by manage rule, we can edit it. Manage rule is one of the option like we have setting in our phone. Similarly, manage rule is one of these setting for this conditional formatting, where from you can manage all of these rules. Whenever you try to click on it, I'll share my entire screen so you can see the pop-up as well. I'll stop sharing and start sharing it again with my entire screen. So now you will be able to see my entire screen. So you guys have a better visibility on the pop-ups which are coming. So yeah, whenever I click on manage rule, this is the last option in condition formatting. If I try to click here, what do I see here? The window is blank. Why the window is blank? Because it is showing me the condition based on this specific cell. Whichever cell is selected by me, like I have clicked here, and I'm going on manage rules. So it is not providing me anything because I have clicked somewhere where the conditions or the conditional formatting is not given to them. So what is the way of doing that? You can click here and click on this worksheet. What does this option do? So whenever you click on this worksheet, all the condition formatting you have given, it start reflecting in this window. Current selection is providing you the conditions, conditional formatting which are available as per your this specific selection, where you see that nothing is there, right? This cell is blank. So if I try to click on this worksheet, the all number of these of these are the conditional formatting which we have given based on our yesterday sessions, right? What did we do? We had selected one of the cell wherever it is reflecting like Virat, it should highlight. Given a value less than 51, then it should highlight in this color. Cell value should be greater than 10, then it should highlight in this color, right? So these are the formatting which are available. For checking it, you'll have to click on this worksheet option. Okay. And this is one way to do it. Other one way to do the same thing is like you do not need to specify in pop-up, but you will be able to do it by a reference cell as well. So I'll just move above to this place. I'll try pasting it as it is. I have pasted it as it is. What will I do here? I'll just, make a division here. So you guys are able to understand that this is a referential area and this is a by default where you have given within the pop-up bracket. This is something which is available in towards your right. This is specific where we are going to make some of the changes. Okay. For now, I'll just remove this condition, this formatting from here. How can I remove the conditional formatting? Clear rules, and based on selected cell, I'll remove it. Clear rules from selected cell. Okay. What will I do now? I'll just press 10 here, 51 here. This was for lower. This was for greater. Similarly for between and 10 and 15. So the reason, how does that work? Uh, the reason why we have separated both of these value because we are going to give this a reference. I'll just highlight the reference cells. Yeah, I have highlighted it for your reference. Now what will I do? I need to highlight the value which are greater than 10 like we did yesterday, but today I do not need to mention it in the pop-up which is coming here. How will I do it? Click on greater than, whichever value is greater than 10. So either I can, mention 10 here, right? I can mention any of the value here. Like for an example, I'll press 49. Yeah. So whichever value I have mentioned, I'll at the end I'll have to give a value here. But other way of doing it is you can give a direct reference to this cell. I'll remove this from here, click here on this specific, cell. This cell is reflecting where it is asking for a value, right? So, instead of giving it a value, rather giving it a value, you'll just click on this specific place, this place. Okay, how is it doing it? Equal and then name of the cell. This is how by default it's selecting. You can check it. Yeah, you can see this value is getting changed. So the value what you see here is nothing but name of the cell. So like this is where you have highlighted, this is U16, right? U16. So what it is saying? $U $16. So this is how it defines. Dollar U $16, which is nothing but name of the sale. Okay. So here as well, you can see the name of the sale. Okay. This is name box where all of the names are reflecting based on their sale. So what if I, select it in the similar way how it happened yesterday? We have given it a green value. I'll click on green only. See. So what is the difference between both of this? What is the difference between both of these? If you are able to see my complete screen, you will be able to see. I'll just hide it. I will just hide these. How can I hide these columns? I can select the column which I want to hide, right click on it, and at the last second option is available, hide. Why I am doing it? Because you can check the difference between two of the snapshot. I'll just hide it. So both of these snapshot are nearby. Now you can check what is the difference between both of these. What is the difference do you see here? As of now, you do not see any difference here because this is 10 and this is 10. But whenever you are making any changes here, for an example, greater than 15, it is not making any changes, right? But here, because we have given a reference value, a reference cell actually, so whenever you are trying to update it, this reference, based on this reference, the condition formatting will get changed. For an example, greater than 32. Okay, so 32. So like as I have mentioned 32, all of the numbers which are lower than 32 are kept blank and rest of the cells are highlighted as per the condition given. Okay, I can press 93. So whichever value has value more than 93, that is getting highlighted. Is this okay? Whichever value has a, you know, whichever area has a value more than the reference cell is getting highlighted. So this area is something which is non-dynamic, and this area which we have where we have given reference, this is called dynamic condition formatting. So this is conditional formatting based on our dynamic uh, option. If we want to give it 53, we can give it. So similarly, I'll hope, similarly, when I'm closing rest of these as well, you'll be able to understand it in the similar ways. Okay, here as well, we are going to do the same thing. We'll select the area. I have selected the area. First, wait, before, putting any of the condition formatting, we'll have to select condition formatting, highlight cell rules, and then less than, like it has given auto value, automatic value, we will remove this value. Format cell that are less than. Which cell needs to be formatted? This cell needs to be formatted, which I have selected. How and what is the reference cell? So the reference cell would be this one. This is the name of the cell, which you see here, Y16, $Y $16. Y is the name of the column and 16 is the name of the row. Okay, I'll give it a same color so you guys are, I'll just unhide these column. I will select the column which are hidden, right click on it, and the very last option where you have seen hide, just below to it, unhide is also reflecting. Click on this one. Now you have this snapshot available. I'll give the same snapshot available here. Okay, greater than, this is for lower than. Lower than 51. Selected. Less than this specific value. Okay, what is the difference between both of these? You see here again the same thing which I have told you earlier. I'll hide it from here. You guys are not able to see the difference. Hide. Okay, so the difference is same one. As of now, you do not see the difference, but when we change the value like 76 or 75, so whichever value has a value lower than 75 is selected, is highlighted. Okay, the value which is lower than 10, see the lower value which is lower, the value which is lower than 10 or smaller than 10, that is highlighted. So here the meaning of it is again the same thing, like we can give a reference to a specific cell and then it will get highlighted. I will unhide these. I hope these are two things. This is a very first thing which I did not cover yesterday, because yesterday we were working on the pop-up value where we can, select here and give it a value. Okay. But this is the other option of doing it, and we can make it dynamic based on our value. It will change its formatting. Okay. So I'll just mention it 51 here. I'll just mention 10. Okay, greater than 10 and less than 51. Similarly, this also works in the same way. It works in the similar way. I do not need to explain it to you again, but you can check it. Between, we have two of the value, which is average value given here. I'll remove both of these value. Yellow. Okay. Format cell are between this place and this place. Okay. It has a two cell reference available because we need to find the highlight process, the condition format based on two different cell. Yeah. So all the value which are reflecting between 10 and 50 are highlighted. So this is how we can give a reference cell. This is called reference cell. Based on a reference cell, it is providing us the formatting. Okay, I'll just highlight it and give it a name. Okay, conditional formatting basis the referential. Okay. Hmm. What are the other option we get to see when we move ahead? I'll just put it downside. Okay. Okay. So when we see a more number of options here, which are reflecting us, yesterday we have covered these of the option, the top five one. You have two more one in this specific option. A date occurring and duplicate values. Okay. So a date occurring and duplicate value, how does this thing work? It works in the similar way how we did for rest of the functions. These two functions are going to work where we'll have require a date occurring, date list of date. How can we make it? We can make the occurrence of date in this way. I will just take one of the sheet available here, new sheet, date. Okay, this is the date, and like I know a dragging option is available, right? I have told you from here we can select the format of our value. So I'll just add today's of date. How can I add today's date directly here? How can I mention today's date here? Either I can do it like today date, I can check on my window. It's 3/10/23. Okay, so I'll just mention here 3rd of October 23. This is how I can do it. Other way of doing is you can press control and just beside your enter column you have colon, right? Which is called, we call semicolon and colon, right? So if you press that key, which is just beside L, you see a character L, just beside that one of the keys available. So you press control and press that key, so you will be able to type today's date. Okay, and then I will drag it, drag it till down. So I have couple of dates available. Based on this area, I can give it a condition formatting, a date occurring. So here I am able to see format cell that contains date occurring yesterday, today, tomorrow, in last 7 day, last week, next week, last month, this month, and next month. So whenever it is finding that that specific condition is matching, it will start highlighting those data as well. I'll just take few more dates here. Uh, for an example, I'll not take this one, but I'll take uh, somewhere in September. Yeah, from 5th, yeah, 24th of September. Okay, this is a date range which we have, and we can select it based on our selection. The conditional formatting will reflect how does this happen with the date range. So you need to have a date first on your sheet. If you have date available, you need to select this area, go to condition formatting, very first option, last second option, a date occurring, click on it. You'll be able to see a pop-up coming. Now you can see it has mentioned yesterday, and yesterday date is highlighted already. Okay. If I mention it today, today date will highlight. Okay. Tomorrow date will highlight. In last 7 day, whichever date is available in your list, all the 7 days will get highlighted. Okay. This is for the very last week. This is for this current week. Okay. Next week. Similarly, all of these option works. Whichever date is, coming from last month is highlighted. This month is highlighted, and similarly, next month will be highlighted if we do have the dates available. So I hope this is something which I do not need to explain it to you in more deep by this specific, these many, example. I hope all of these things are understood to you. So this date range, based on date range or date occurring. Okay. This is the conditional formatting. Whenever I am changing a date, it will have a different formatting. For an example, if I remove this 4th October, 4th October is what? It's tomorrow date is highlighted, right? Tomorrow date is highlighted. If I mention other date here, 9th of September, it will not have the filled color based on our condition. But if in all anywhere from this this range, 4th of October is mentioned, it will highlight because we have given the entire range. So this is how it works with condition formatting. All of these options work in the same way. At the end, you will have to give it a condition, whether it is a date or it is a text. This is something where we did with a text, or it is a containing, or any of other options which we have covered yesterday, right? Values are greater or lower or between. So at the end, you'll just have to give it a on a reference cell or by popping up as well. You can mention the value. Duplicate value. How does this thing works with the duplicate value? Whenever in a specific range, when one name is repeating more than once, so it will highlight. Can we check which of the name is available twice here? Can we see Smith, Johnson, Williams, Johns, Sanjay, Virat, Raghav, Madhu, Rahul? None of these names are repeated. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's change one person name here and make it duplicate. So I'll just check the name of Brown, copy this name Brown and paste it here on Neeraj. I will paste on the name of Neeraj. Now Brown name is available twice. Okay. So you will be able to understand with this option, duplicate values. Okay. Whenever you have one value more than one available, whenever a value is available twice or more than, you know, two number of times, then it will get highlighted. Duplicate, which means whenever a value is available more than once. So that is something which is called a duplicate. If it down is available thrice, will it highlight that too? Let's check. Select the entire range. Check the duplicate value. Okay. So it is highlighting the cell which are available more than one. Okay, this does not work with one value only. Whenever you are doing it with other as well. For an example, Johnson is available here. I'll type Johnson name on other cell as well. So will it highlight Johnson and Brown, both of these names? Let's check it. Okay. So Johnson and Brown, both of their name is highlighted because it is available more than once. Okay, I'll just press Control Z. I hope this is understood and you guys do not have any question here. I am just, staying on mute for 1 minute. If you guys have any question, you can ask. Okay. So like you do not have any question, I'll move with a different option. Okay. We have more to cover. So these are the main, condition formatting options are available and which we have covered, right? Okay. At the end, you will be able to see more rules. So whenever more rule is available, so in all of these options, you will be able to see more rules everywhere. For an example, the very first one is where you have last one reflecting as a more rules. When you go to top bottom rules, at the end, you will be able to see more rules. Data bar, if you go to data bar, you have more rules. Color scale, icon sets, more rules. So what is this more rule available everywhere? So more rule is nothing but the managing rule. Okay, it works in the same way. At the end, it is popping up the same window. More rules. Whenever you clear on more rules, it start giving you a value, a specific dialog box available. So whenever you click on new rule, it gives you the same. Okay. So new rule or your more rules, it works in the same way. You have some of the option here. You can click based on their value and their content. You can highlight the specific sales based on their value. Okay. Moving towards our next option, top bottom rules. So how all these works, we'll just take some of the example here. By its name, what do we understand? Top 10 items. The very first option is available, top 10 items. What condition formatting is doing? It is highlighting the values. It is highlighting the sale based on its value. Okay. So what we are going to see in top 10 items? Whichever items are available on top based on its value, it will highlight. Let's check some of the example. These are the values which are 15 values we have. Okay. We will give it a name, top 10. Condition formatting, copying and pasting it here. How do I copy? Copy and paste it directly from here. Select the column and resize it. Okay. I'll remove the create line for your reference. I'll just go to view and remove the create line so you have your focus on this snip. Okay. Okay. I'll remove the condition formatting from here first. Clear rules from entire sheet. Okay. Sales price selected, top bottom rules, top 10 items. Okay. How it is selecting the value? Let's check with the one first. Top 10 is already provided. We will just check one. What did you understand by this? The value which has a maximum amount in sales price is highlighted because we are talking about top format sale that rank in the top. So which is ranking on the top? The one which is having maximum of amount. So maximum amount is highlighted. You have a nearby two of the button reflecting here for making it lower or for making it just adding on it. Okay, you can reduce it. So the top 10 are highlighted. How does this thing work? It works in the same way. When you have 10 number of items available, the maximum amounts are highlighted. The top of the 10 amount, top 10 items are highlighted. You can highlight it in with these of the formatting which we have covered before, right? For now, I'm just keeping it as a 5. I'm adding one of the header towards it. How can I add a header? I'll just select one of the header, one of the row and press enter here. Okay. So this is giving me top 5, top 5 condition formatting available here, right? Okay. So what is the second option saying to us? Top 10%. So does this work in the same way? So how does it work? I'll give you. We need to have percentage. Instead of a value, we need to have a value with a percent, right? Okay. I'll just bring some percent value. So randomizer is one of the formula which give us a random value between 0 to 100%. equal random. So this is short form in rand, returns the random number greater than or equal to 0 or less than 1. So ultimately it is providing us the value between in a format of percent. So if I just open the bracket and close it, press enter, it is providing me a value. I can change the formatting from here percent style and drag it till down because it is a random value. Any of the value can reflect here. Okay, I will copy and paste it with a value. So the numbers will not get changed. Now what will I do? I'll just come to here top 10%. Okay, based on this specific value, the top 10 will reflect. Can I reduce it? And if I can reduce it, why it is not highlighting? Because it is working with the contribution of it. Top 10 contribution will highlight it. Here, what did we see? If I try to run on this specific range, you'll be able to see the top 10 items are highlighted. Again, do I see it on a lower way? Why not? Because it has a top 10% available. So whenever I'm trying to hear, it is 3% of top 3% of the values are reflecting. Let's take other example for understanding it. Like yesterday, we have understood if we press control and then drag it down, it will plus one of the value into it. What is the sum of it? How can we get a sum of it? We have understood equal sum as one of the formula, right? We can select it 55. 55 is the sum of this specific range. Okay, let's select this area, give it a border, making it bold because it is a total. Condition formatting top bottom. Top 10%. How does all these things works? So 10% of this specific area, whichever having the values 10% of 55 will get highlighted. Okay, if I even make it lower, it will not change its value because the value is the remaining same and not changing its uh, value. I'll keep it with random between formula between 1 to 100. And now I can give it so top 10%. See, two of the different values are highlighted. So whichever the value coming under this specific range will highlight it. If I press F9 and if I refresh it, based on the percentage of the contribution, the value will get highlighted. Other option what we see here works with the percent and works with the value. It in the similar way how we have calculated it with this formula with this specific function. Covering our next option is how does this thing works with the data bars and color scale. So we have few of the sheets available here. Condition formatting is one of the sheet where we have seen a bar reflecting here based on its condition. So how do it changes its values? Let's change it with the random formula. Random between is one of the formula which give us the value based on our condition. The lowest value can be 1, comma. The maximum value can go somewhere close to 200. So the random formula I am not explaining to you. I am explaining the condition formatting to you. I am requiring some of the value. That is the reason I am typing this formula. I'll press enter and drag this formula down till here. So you guys will be able to understand it. Now you have different bars. You can see the bars based on its value, right? Whenever it is lower, it is having less uh, the color contribution available based on its sale. I'm refreshing its value. How I'm doing it? Whenever I'm having a randomizer available here, a random formula available here, and if I press function 9 F9 key, the values will change. Okay, I'm pressing F9 and the values are changing. The values are changing and the bars are also changing its size. Can I change it? Yes, I can do that. First of all, I'll have to clear, and then I have to go on data bars. You have six number of formats available on gradient field. Solid field are also available with six different bar with a solid color. Gradient bar is available with quite transparent color, and solid fill is available with its solid color, not with the transparent. This one is blue, this one is also blue, but this one is available with a solid fill. So these are the two options available in data bars, and six different formatting available. You can click on it, hover your mouse on this, and then you will be able to see based on its value, the bar size will change. Okay, you are able to see that sales price is also changing its icon. So this is where you are able to see that these are icon, right? Based on the sales price, this is also changing, right? So we are covering this from this function here. So based on sales price, something what you are able to see here is available in your icon sets. There are a couple of icons are available which you can use based on again its value. Okay, you need to have a selection based on its selection. Wherever you have option of data bar, you can select in this way. One is lower, so it has a lower size of bar. Similarly, 2, 3, 4 until 10. You have a different size bar you can select with it. Because this where you have a uh, you know this is sorted in a way from 1 to 10. That's why you are able to understand that how does this thing work. Okay, you can go with the solid fill as well and remove this. Clear from selection, data bar and solid fill. Okay, so this is how you can work with the bar with the condition formatting. You can work with color scale bar as well, but here you'll have to check which specific color bar you need to go with. So in a very first format of color, you are able to see green is available on top. If you are focusing on this specific icon where my cursor is moving, you'll be able to see the ending color is, and the color is ending with its red color. At top it is green, in mid it is light green and light yellow, right? So whenever the value is greater or maximum one, it will move its color till green and lower on red. Slowly and gradually it is moving on lower. Okay, I'll clear this rule. This is something which you can do and understand, right? So I'm not spending much time of yours on this. This is where the red is available on top and green is available on lower. So whenever a value is top, in a top grid, that value is available with the red color and lower value is available with the green color. Similarly, you have some of the formats which you can click here and check, right? More rule is again which I have explained it to you, that in a new rule we are going to cover it. Okay. So here you have many of the options. In data bar you have many of the options. You can click. It works in the same way. Icon sets also works in the same way, but it is not formatting the entire cell, but it is adding some of the icons towards it. Okay. The top values are highlighted with green. Average is highlighted with yellow, and lower is highlighted as a red. Okay. So all of these icons works in the same way. It works with the same way. Shape. These are traffic rules. Icons are available. So you can go with these of the icons whenever it is maximum, it is providing you the condition formatting accordingly. But condition formatting is not limited to this place. Now you have advanced condition formatting available on this specific option, new rule. What do you see here with the new rule? Format all the cell based on their values. Again, something which is covered here, color scale. You are able to see a different color based on its value. Here as well, it is going to work in the same way. New rule you are going to select, and the very first option you see is format all the cell based on their value. So what you can do, you can give a lower value here and highest value here. If you press OK, you are able to see that lowest value is available with the color you have given. You can check it. I'll just clear this rule and go on a new rule. Lowest value is highlighted with the color you have given, orange color. Yellow color is for highest value. You can change the color. Here you can change the color in conditional formatting data bars where all the by default colors are provided. Here you can change the color, right? Blue one is for the lowest one, and this one is for, yeah, it is not giving an much color. Yeah, green one is for the highest one. So blue one is for lower one and green is for higher one. So this is how it works in new rule. You need to go in new rule and you will be able to change the color based on your choice. Here you do not have a choice. You are given with some of the example and you can click on it. But by new rule, you can go and change the color based on your own choice. Please do let me know if you guys have any question because we are moving and winding up our today's call. Okay, today we have covered complete of condition formatting. Tomorrow we are going to cover with a table and cell style. Okay, so this is something which we are going to cover tomorrow. So this is quite important session today and yesterday where we have covered condition formatting. Many of the dashboards, even in Power BI or in Excel or whenever you are presenting with the charts and infographics, the condition formatting is very much important and required in all of the infographics whenever you are presenting it in any of the organization. So please take it uh, you know uh, important and practice at least once. Give it half an hour, and then I think it will be easy for you guys to remember it. So new rule is having this specific value. This is for 2 scale and this is for 3 scale. It works in the same way. You can give a 3 color like we had given 2 color here with a 2 color scale. Here you can give a 3 color. Data bars. Data bars are the same thing which we did. Okay. But here you can give your own color. Okay, the color is available. Icon sets, this is something which we have seen, but at the end you can give your own percentile value. 67 is the one for green, 33 is for yellow, and for red whenever it is less than 33. So it is by default selecting its value. We are not giving any range. Okay, you can press OK and this will work. So here you can change the colors with the option of new rule. Just go condition formatting, click on new rule. You will be able to give the value and color based on your own choice. But this one is for very first one. Format that content. Content is already we have seen whichever value contains some of the value. When did we see it? Contents. Here we have seen. Text that content RA. Wherever RA is contained in this value, in Virat, Neeraj, Rahul, that's where RA is available. RA, you can see Rahul, RA, Neeraj, RA, and in Virat, RA. Okay. For an example, I mentioned some of the name here. Veera. So that one is also selected because RA is selected, right? So this is something which we have already covered. Going on new role again. Format on top and bottom cell. For top and bottom, we already have covered today. Format only cell that are above or below average. Whenever you have average value, you can select that value. like we have given here, based on these value, the reference cell is changing its color, right? So it is having the same option. Checking this at the end because you guys are not asking any question, and I'll just check if something is missed. In between, you guys, if you guys have any question, I'm just staying on call. Please do let me know and stay on the call if you guys have any question. Uh, Even if you wanted to ask at the very end when everyone is left, you can ask that point of time as well. Okay, going on new rule for unique and duplicate value. Like we have seen on a duplicate value, similarly unique value also work. How the unique value works? Okay, we have covered these. Unique value, the value which are non-duplicate. Duplicate is something which is available more than once. Non-duplicate is something which is available only one. So I'll just come here, press 1 and drag it till down. How the unique works. So what is unique in it? Everything is duplicate. If I click here and come with a duplicate value, everything is duplicate. How can I get a unique value? If I click on duplicate value, there is other thing what I see unique. What is unique? No, nothing is unique. That's why nothing is highlighted. How can I make it unique? If any one value which is not matching with its value, for an example 8. So this is highlighted because it is unique out of that range. In this range, only 8 is unique, right? If I make it 1, it will not highlight. So duplicate and unique works vice versa. New rule, coming on new rule. Use a formula to determine which cell to format. This is something which is based on a formula. Now you guys will have to understand how the formula. This is something which we are going to cover later on because we have not learned any of the formula so far, right? So slowly and gradually you will learn some of the formula, and based on some of the formula you will be able to decide which cell is to format. Which cell do you need to format? Okay. So for now I am done with my session. If you guys have any question, I am waiting for you guys to ask. I am waiting for your chat as well. You can ask in any of the way. I'm stopping my screen and waiting for your message or for your question if you guys have any. If you guys have any question, please stay on the call, else you can wind up, you can continue with your practice, and tomorrow you can join our other session where we are going to complete table, cell style, and how can we insert different cells, rows, and columns. You can practice these all and let me know if you guys have any question, because you will ask the question only when you are practicing, because while practicing you'll get to know there's a specific doubt is there and I can ask in our next class. If you guys will not ask any question, maybe later on when you are working on a specific data, then you might have a question. So whenever you're practicing, you can ask any of the question based on our any previous class.
Sanjay,
Yeah,
do you cover the complete course of Power BI in this training?
you're right.
Okay. Yeah, you already gave the concepts, what will be covered in this training, but I'm new to Power BI, so I don't have any idea about the concepts in that. So I'm
It's
asking.
completely okay. It's completely okay. Your question is very much authentic and I can understand it. So it's good that you are starting with your Excel classes. Do you have some idea of Excel? And I think you're working with Excel, right?
Yeah, I do have some idea.
Okay, it will help you with Power BI. It has some of the infographics. For
Mm,
an example, because I hope my screen is visible to you guys, right?
yes.
Anjani, if I'm right, right? Anjani, yeah. So the option which is available here, insert, that's where many of the charts are available, right? You see these are the charts are available. Yeah. So all of these charts, whenever you're going to learn in Excel file, this will help you in Power BI as well. Okay. So good that you are starting with Excel classes. Whenever we are going to cover the Power BI session, all of these things, pivot table is other option. Whenever we are going to work with a pivot table and its charts and condition formatting, all of these things are going to give help in Power BI as well. Because Power BI is something where you need to focus more. Excel is quite easy. You can practice on a daily basis. For an example, half an hour. In Power BI, at least you'll have to give 45 minutes to 1 hour every day. So yeah, it will help you. I hope I have answered your question.
Yes, Sanjay, thank you.
Welcome.